move on, I'm happy. I'm also going to be sad because one of them is going to get knocked out, but this is still such an exciting final game and a big map for it. I feel like Dark just needs to play straight up and not get too stressed out and not, essentially just not throw units away, not take bad engagements. Because multitasking really suffered in that last game.
That was definitely one of the big problems. I didn't like the composition he went for either. We've seen him go for that Ling Roach Bane style in the past, and it has some success, but not in that position, not on that map. You know, too many chokes, too many difficult positions to fight from, and too many drops just happened, and he couldn't clean them up.
Exactly. All right, the map is loaded. This is going to be the final game of our first round of 8 match between Fantasy and Dark. On this big 4-player map, there's a Zerg logo in the middle of the map, inspired by Moonblade's pie clip. The map maker told me that's why he put it in there.
Much love.
All right, guys, let's do this. The final game between Fantasy and Dark to find out who moves on to the round of 4.
Dead Pixels Fantasy 정명훈 vs SK텔레콤 D1 Dark 강영우.
The bottom right in red, it's Fantasy of the team Dead Pixels.
To the top right, Dark.
All right, Moonblade, I hate to do this, but I'm going to pull a Kanata.
Do it, man.
I'll be right back.
Go for it. I'll cover you until then. Solo cast enabled. Hope you guys are all having fun today. If you're all watching all 10 hours of the broadcast, it is going to be a 8 best-of-5 series. Terran Terrorist Fantasy. I can kind of agree with it after that last game, especially. You know, the way he's been playing today, he kind of just draws out every single game and plays in a very frustrating way. Even if he's losing the game, he won't leave straight away. So it does frustrate you. It does kind of terrorize you, I guess, in a way. More frustrating than anything else. And I think Dark is definitely feeling it this game. That last game must get under your skin. Not only finding any traction, no way to really attack either. Kind of just defend. Ling, Bane, Roach, until he just couldn't defend anymore. He started taking real damage. More fans in the audience. Their little phones. And nothing out of the usual. It's going to be that 1-Rax Gas versus Hatch first. Probably going to be the triple Reaper opening this map. I doubt we'll see the kind of aggressive style we did see in the last game with the Marine Mines. And there we go. There's that Reaper. Scout nice and early. And welcome back to Wolf. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, thanks, man. I'm feeling good. I feel a lot better now. Just looks like a standard Reaper opening.
That's right, my friend.
And
I was just talking about that, actually. Don't you worry. So I'll tell you what. I'll do the Kanata thing now, and I'll tag out. I'll be right back.
Okay. So everybody, I'm just going to basically assess this game now that I'm back and I can see it. So you'll probably hear me repeat everything Moonblade just said, but I'm going to figure this game out for myself. So looks like we're going to see like 3 Reapers from Fantasy here. And back at the base of Dark, a bit of a quick gas, but obviously just a normal hatch timing and everything else. We're going to see this Reaper come in here, scout a little bit. They get unlucky with the scout, now sending it to the right side as he sees that Overlord. And drop the CC down as well. And as is the way of early TVZ, this Reaper is going to come in here, check and see if he can find any damage at all, even killing a Zergling. It's a good scout. It's also going to grant him safety. If he can force any more lanes to be made, like these 2 that just popped out, it's going to be 1 less drone for his opponent here. Second Reaper comes in. Dark knows how to deal with this. He's going to fight with the queen as long as possible until it's unreasonable to do so, then pull back. All those earlings are always there. The second queen on the low ground is pretty cute. Almost able to get some extra hits off there. Overlord does scout the factory on the way. Wants to see, obviously, if there's a third CC. And Fantasy's going to make it right in the face of the Overlord, in fact. So, pretty important. Ooh, actually gets a full surround on that Reaper and will kill it. Jumping up here would just be a bad idea. I understand the idea. The idea is one Reaper gives vision, the low ground Reaper finishes it off. Welcome back, Moonglade.
Thanks, mate.
All that's happened is basically a Reaper harass. One Reaper did get surrounded and killed. The third CC comes up right in the face of this Overlord, so he's not hiding it at all.
Right.
And a Roach Warren now is going to be the response.
Yeah, I think he might have identified that it will be mech again. You know, no tech lab on that Rax at all, just making a Marine at this point.
Yeah, Fantasy's just showing him everything at this point.
Well, you can't really not show him anything if he goes for multiple Reaper like this, because there's just no anti-air in the Terran base until, like, you know, the Rax finally makes a Marine and not an add-on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I think it's to be expected, and it's kind of all part of the plan for now. But after this point, he's got to stop letting him see anything else. He cannot let him see that armory, for instance, or what the tech will be. And we do see a tech lab now on that rack, so it looks like it actually might be bio after all, just very delayed.
Well, he's got 26 lings coming towards him, so whether he's going bio or not, he needs to get a defense set up here back at home.
Oh, he's going to get up the ramp. Very important. If he can actually kill all these SCVs. You know, it's crazy because he was about to go for a Hellbat timing on the natural of Dark. This counterattack just did everything for him there.
Okay, a few Hellions do come back here, and he's going to be able to clean up these lings pretty easily. But you know, once the Roaches come across the map, he doesn't have much of an answer for them. He's going to be fighting them with just pure Hellion.
Pure Hellbat by the looks of it, I
guess, yeah.
He's just going to have no chance there. He's making Marines, not Marauders or anything like that.
He has no idea this is coming. This is going to be his first glimpse right now. And he needs to turn around. He's going to pull the SCVs out, make a bunker.
Yeah, he's going to have to lift that CC and defend on the top of the ramp. There's no chance of getting this done.
SCVs need to repair here. He's just letting the SCV, or rather the orbital tank the damage. It's actually totally fine. The Crematometers need to calm down because it's actually such a smart choice to tank this.
Yeah. You're completely right, Wolf. I mean, it is in the red, at 300 HP, but it's not going to die, that's for sure.
Well, we have seen players make mistakes like this in the past. I guess it's warranted for them to freak out a little bit. That's a neutral depot on the ground, right?
I think that's the real one.
Oh, yeah, because there's plates there, those rocks.
Yeah.
So that actually supply blocks him. Ooh.
Doc's simply going to transition from this.
Yeah, it's a smart choice. He's done a lot of damage, but he's never going to end the game like this.
Not unless he made like a ton more roaches. But there's no point at this point because he has to lift that CC from the natural. He's going to get a nice economy lead there.
Reaper's trying to get in here and get some good information about how many drones have been made or whether or not he's layering. Sees the layer, sees the extra gas, sees how many drones are here at the natural. So tons of information actually gained here from these Reapers.
Now it's 51 drones to 31 SCVs at this point. So big lead for Doc. Really great early game pressure.
Yeah. These orbitals are going to help him get past this, but definitely wanted to be in a much safer position. Stim is done. It's going to be tough to actually use this for like any aggressive timing attacks.
Yeah, I think at this point especially because he's kind of just, his production just is so far behind because he had to defend so badly and he lost so much economy.
He probably salvage that bunker he's got back at home, just get a little bit more money. But I can understand his fears. He's actually adding a bunker to the natural, which I think is better at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Fantasy can recover from this, but it's going to be a long road, and he's going to have to take some really good fights. He's also going to maybe have to get some harass on with these Hellions. He's committed so much to these. They help them to survive. They help them defend, but they haven't been able to do anything offensively. Like killing a few tumors here and there and a roach, not enough.
No, definitely not enough at this point. It's a pretty scary army still for Doc. He can crush anything that comes his way for now. His follow-up is going to be similar to last game, just mass roach, ling, bailing. The 1-1 Roach speed on the way and Bailing speed on the way. If you can go for a good engagement before maybe too many Medivacs are out on the map, you might be able to just wipe him out.
Yeah. Fourth base coming up for Dark. Pretty quick after his third. I like this, though, because he's got total control over Fantasy. Fantasy can't even take a third right now. He's very defensive. Scan goes down here. I suppose maybe trying to see if he's going to go for a big attack or, you know, just any information he can gather, but that's the most likely thing he was looking for here. Cancel just a little depot repositioning so he doesn't block his own gas while he's building it.
And here comes the first double drop. This is the one weakness of the Ling Bane Roach, just not enough anti-air. So Medivacs kind of rule the sky for now. Constantly drop wherever there's nothing. And it's caused a lot of problems.
He sees this. He's got plenty of resilience here. Gonna be tough to actually commit to this. Gonna cost him maybe an Overlord. One of those spotters, but the creep spread also sees this.
Yeah, you can get a nice scan down, start reseeding that as well. He's gonna start trading out with these units, and you can actually do pretty well against these Lings at least.
Yep. Probably want to pick up pretty soon. There he goes. There's a cooling tower over there. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if killing that could actually allow him to do a little bit more stuff with this.
Yeah, you know, it's going to definitely cut off the sort of the choke point.
He could just fly over that and retreat behind it whenever he has issues.
I'm sure you're going to see that, actually. You know, even a tank on this map would be ruthless. Like,
I think he actually wanted to kill it. I think he misclicked.
Maybe.
I actually didn't even realize that tower was there.
And we are seeing the Corruptor style once again, actually. Dark going to remain strong on this. He's convinced that the style will work. Ooh, look at this pickup. Now he can just pick up into the fourth base, and this is the power behind, well, the weakness behind Ling Roach.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the bigger reasons why we just don't see it very often outside of the Dark.
Yeah, and then if you even keep in mind like how just useless roaches are once there's enough medevacs out on the map because they do damage so slowly, the medevac heal rate is just too quick. Whereas like a unit like a Baneling does so much burst damage that it doesn't actually matter. Yeah. Here comes a Baneling roll by. This time much more poised to do much more success than the ones we saw last game, but a quick reaction. How many is he gonna get? 4? 3? 3.
Very nice reaction. That was so important.
That was insanely quick reaction time. Oh my god.
He could have lost so much.
$28 Banes on the way. Dark is getting ready to be aggressive. How many Widow Mines are there? Is that it? Just 2?
I think 4 currently?
Okay, 4.
Yeah, 4.
Ooh, and they just got triggered in the worst possible way. 2 of them.
Yeah, looks like he's going to definitely gear up for the attack here. Dark ready from all angles at this point. This could be the finishing blow. There is a lot of Hellbats in this mix, though, and Marauders.
Oh, look at that. Making sure the Widow Mines don't get triggered. That's so important. 2-2 about to finish.
Here we go.
It's finished for Dark for like 3 seconds earlier than his opponent. A really good split here. And a ton of Lings streaming through. Even with the Hellbats, it looks like he might just have way too much. The Roaches in the back are going to be too tanky. He can't even burrow his Widow Mines here. This is just too much damage already. Yep. And the Roaches are pushing their way through it. Corruptors are going to finish off all these medevacs. I think that's just going to be it.
I think that's it, Wolf. Just way too much. Beautiful timing, like seconds before that 2-2 was finishing. And every medevac will be finally cleaned up from these Corruptors as well. And there's no coming back when there's units camping your production line.
That's going to be it. Fantasy will be defeated. A good run in this tournament. A very impressive series against Dark.
Not to mention he beat Zest yesterday.
Yeah.
That in itself is massive. GG.
Dark's moving on to the semis. Very long, very sick series that we just watched there.
That was like a 2-hour series or something.
Yeah, it was great.
Man, what a big one.
And that'll be a very, very fun series to watch. And Fantasy is quickly becoming one of my favorite Terrans to watch. What I see in him right now is like what I was seeing in Dream before. There's so much skill, so much potential. There are obviously some flaws in his play, but he could fix them, and I think he is fixing them. That's why he's starting to have so much more success.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's looking great. I just wish he was on a KeSPA team, or at least allied to the KeSPA team for next round, because I'd love to see him play more often.
You know, when you're preparing for something specific, I feel like you get so much better. Even if it's just one best of one, having that one thing to prepare for really focuses your training. Whereas if you're just kind of playing online qualifiers every now and then and saying, well, I'm just going to wait for the next foreign event that's coming up, you don't always necessarily have that same sort of motivation to practice more than just playing on the ladder. Because when you go to a foreign tournament, you don't know who you're going to play. You're not like, okay, I got to practice against Zest style. Like, that doesn't actually really help you that much.